Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Megazip here, and just kind of down in my little cave here, getting some stuff situated for our little trip back over to the. Oh, look at that! Just at the right time. Our little trip back over there. I wanted to pick up a few things first. And, one of them is, well, I needed enough tickets so I could kind of get something that, like the steel frame windows. Like, I think those could be useful in the factory there. There we go.
Shopping is an essential human experience, enriching both the economy and human lives since the invention of society. Congratulations, you live in a society.
Thank you, Ada. All right, so in our last sort of live stream, I got all of the necessary motors that I needed in order to do refineries. And what I ended up doing yesterday is modifying one of my machines over there to actually start manufacturing motors. So I should be able to have motors going forward. But I went ahead and already got started on the build here. I wasn't sure on the design on Monday, so yeah, I ended up going with this design. You can kind of see I've got a lot of most everything's already in place, so we're going to kind of do a little bit of a tour, so to speak. But you can see here I have a straight shot from the pipe going directly into the wall here. And what I decided is that I wanted to do all of the piping underground. So needless to say, this, you can think of this as like a giant foundation block. I mean, it's I guess two stories, right? Worth. I also have a staircase back here, and inside here is where you can see the pipe coming in, and then everything's kind of wired up from there. So we'll kind of look at that in a moment. I want to kind of give you a tour of the top here. So I have steps going up on both sides. I put some railing in, because I'll fall off otherwise. But you notice I haven't put the walls in yet, other than the two corners, or four corners. And that's because I went ahead and put the ceiling, well, it's not the roof. It's just the ceiling section, because that's where the electrical is going to be ran. So I've got 4 on this side, and I've got 4 on this side. So 4 rubber, 4 plastic, that's 8. I put some beams across these as a way of saying that the inputs are blocked. That was kind of a cool little nifty idea. But you can see the plates, they allow the stacks to kind of flow over. And I could have went, I decided not to go lower than this because of the red lights. Oh shit, I fell right off, damn it. Let me go back up. This is why I gotta put the walls in, so I don't fall off the damn thing. Anyway, because of the way that those red lights are, I needed those to stay inside the factory, so I had to go one level higher. And of course, you can see where each of the electrical ports are. So I'll be putting in the wiring today, so that's part of what we're going to be doing today. But as you can see here, we're using, we have crude oil coming in, and we're making both rubber and heavy oil residue. So that's why this line's purple. This indicates heavy oil residue. And you can see I've got a Mark III line coming off of it. So all of these are the same. Now, not all of the, some of this stuff goes underground, but all the pipes do. The way that these are outputted, so this outputs 20 rubber. So I have 40 rubber here, joining up and basically going into its own storage unit. And then I have that 40 rubber going into that storage unit. So I have two sets of storage. Now this is a smart splitter because if it gets full, I need it to go into a resource sink so the production doesn't stop. And so this smart splitter is set to overflow, and it will go into this merger right here, and the same thing with that one. So there's a smart splitter there, and I got a merger here. Now in this case, this is actually going underground. I have these two right here are the sinks, and so I went underground so I didn't have to do any overhead line running. But you can see that everything is pretty much laid out, and I did the same thing on the other side. So on the other side we have the same layout. We have over here we got plastic, same thing, 20 on each side, 20, 20. There's that. And with the 20 coming out, I mean, or 40 here, 40 there. And you can see I also have dimensional depots on both of them. Now the heavy oil residue, if we look at the piping, it's 10 per minute. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I try to keep the center as clear as possible, at least up into the resource sinks. But you'll notice I have 4 more refineries over here. These are to handle the heavy oil residue. Now you notice here is 40 per minute. So we have 40 here. It makes 120 petroleum coke, which is what I'm sinking mostly. Now this is 40. Hopefully I did the math right here. I think I might have not, because I only see 10 here. So there's 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, which means I only need 1. So why did I make 2? You know, I wonder, I did this yesterday, and I'm beginning to wonder why I did that. Because one of these could handle all 4. Well, that doesn't matter. We'll go underneath and we'll look at the piping. But you can see here, I got piping going into both. So I think all I need to do is just downgrade those to support these, because these only push out 10. For some reason, I had it in my head that they were pushing out 20 per minute. But they're only doing 10. So that's fine. I'll just downgrade them. I'm not taking the entire system out just because of a miscalculation there. So just drop this down to 60. Look at that. 20. Perfect. And this actually works anyway, because all the petroleum coke is going into the resource sink, and the lines would be overloaded between that and the rubber and the plastic. So that's probably where my mind was at the time when I put these in. But it was yesterday, so you'll see here. Oh, that's why. Rubber is 20. 20 and 20. That's the reason why. Okay. It's plastic that's different. Plastic is only 10. See? 20 and 10. So that must have been where my brain was. Okay, so these are fine. They're downgraded. These, on the other hand, are 40. Right? So 40 here, 40 there. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Everything is kind of set up here. We have pipelines going into each one, just like the others, and I didn't change the colors here. Change the color there, and the color there. Okay. And of course I blocked these off again because the input is going in with one and coming out solid. So when I go on the other side, I blocked off the tube because we're not exporting out liquid, we're exporting out solid. So these are going in here, and then that one's fine. So what I might end up doing, because right now I have, remember I have this line here going down, and the thing I was worried about is the amount of what we're going to have, and with the overflow being what it is, 240 means I only have like 30 over here, so I might have to maybe take this and send it to the other sink, which won't be that difficult to change. We'll make that change while we're here. So I'll send this over to the other sink because the other sink is going to only have 120 going into it, so it'll have more bandwidth to hold excess resources. But that's pretty much it. You know, we have so we have what, 12 refineries in this particular building, and what I got left to do is walls and a little bit of rework downstairs, and we need to do the electrical. So there's no electrical in here yet, and there is something very specific that I want to do. Let me just go to the front here, and I don't know if I'm going to put it on this floor or if I'm going to put it downstairs. I'm probably going to put it on this floor, but one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a power switch. Now, the power switch will allow me to turn the grid, or basically turn the building on or off. So that way, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that that's pumping oil into the system before I turn the system on. So one way to do that is put a switch in. I can control the entire building with just the switch. So at any point, I can hit the switch and it'll turn everything off. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that. Now, as I said, I can do it in here, or I can set it up down here and put it in this room, right? So, since all of the electrical is going to be upstairs anyway, probably be better off putting it up there. So, that's probably where we'll go with it. But at any rate, down here you can see we have... the line comes from the wall, and I have it stop basically right into this splitter. So it splits from the center and goes out both directions, and that's on purpose. Now, hopefully I don't have any splashback. I don't think I will, because of this angle right here. This should hopefully prevent sloshing, which is kind of a thing with liquids in this game. But you can see everything's going straight up. It shouldn't have any problem flowing. We shouldn't have any issues with that. So there's that. Kind of go around just for a second. As you can see, all the piping is going into the respected ones here. So these two combine, those two combine. But as I said before, you know, I have this sort of going into this one. I think I might take that out, as I said, and combine it over here, which won't be that difficult. I can just take this out and just run it straight over. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'll just take that floor hole out. Let me put in a hanger over here. That way we can have that going to a hanger. There. And this will allow me to follow it down, so it's basically going to be right at the corner here. That's going to be interesting. Of course, I don't have to run it straight. I can run it over here, just slightly vary it a little bit. If I can get a good merge point, which Oh, I guess that is where it's going. Okay. All right, so then we'll just take that and there we go. Nice little curve over and we're good. So like I said, I'll take this out, so don't need that now. And I'll take the thing out upstairs, but essentially we're going to have all of it sort of going in, and then it goes right up into here and goes straight in. So yeah, keep all the plumbing down here and out of the way. That's pretty much what I was going for. Okay. Go back upstairs, and I think I just have a little minor cleanup there. I need to find a way to figure out the whole lights situation in the building too, because I don't think. Let me see. I don't think I have. I do. Well, I have ceiling lights, so I can technically even put ceiling lights in the system, which will be good. All right. So yeah, so I could put in ceiling lights. It doesn't have to be too much. I swear. Sorry, my wife is texting me. Okay. Anyway. So let me go over and take care of that real quick. So I had that put over here, so it probably, yeah, I was gonna say it disappeared. So yeah, so we're good as far as that goes. All right. So like I said, we got the grid up, and it's just a matter of hooking everything up to power. So we can kind of see. The way I like to do these is I like to use the bigger connectors to sort of do a lot of it. So maybe I'll use this line here to do that with. So let's start with putting it there. So I'm just going to put them into place, and then I'll do the wire part after. So put one there. 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 I'll put it there. There. All right. Now, that'll be connected to there. That'll be connected to that one. That's connected to there. It'll be nice to have a building without rain in it too. All right, so everything's wired. That's good. Now this is the center line, so I'm going to put one right there. Because I'm probably going to run the power line straight down the line there like that. Apparently I'm walking. That was kind of annoying. Let's see that a little better. Oh, I guess that line is running to it. Alright, everything's hooked up. Okay, good. Alright, now we still got to run power to those. So we'll use the center line here. And run power down that way. So... where are the power things on this? Never really paid attention to that. Oh, okay. They're on the sides here. Right there. So let's do this. Okay. Trying to follow the lines here. Okay. There we are. Hey, what's going on, man? How are we today? Welcome to the stream on YouTube. All right, so we'll go there. And we'll go here. All right. This side. Both of them only have 3, so there. And we go there. Doing all right. Catching up on sleep. We're not sleeping Saturday night because of that. Yeah, yeah. How did that how'd that thing go? All right. Everything should be hooked up. Alright, so let's go back this way. And we're going to run this to there. And like I said, I don't know exactly where I'm going to put the power switch. Okay, I think I'm going to keep this type of wall going straight up. It went well. New members joined. Also got to play with a Hummer and a PRC 77 radio. Very nice. When you say Hummer, are you talking about a vehicle or are you talking about a certain kind of ham radio? I have to ask. Because we need to make it clear he's using the word Hummer on YouTube. We want to make sure we're talking about the right thing here. Humvee. Okay. Very nice. So, would this be a military vehicle or like a civilian vehicle? How big is this switch? An AI limiter. I think I can make one. Do I? I don't think I have one of those things down here, do I? Alright, we're gonna create a little thing over here. Craft bench. I believe I have enough to make one, don't I? Okay. Military surplus is a turret on top. PRC 77 radio is a military radio too. Yeah. Well, you know, I drove Humvees in the military, so that's why I asked. From what I understand, the military ones are the ones that are actually called a Humvee, and all the rest are just called Hummers. So that's why there's just a different in naming nomenclature. And I know, potato, but still. All right, so we got to figure out where we're going to put the power switch. I don't want to put it up high, right? It won't even fit on the wall here. Like the positioning of this. And that is, oh shit, that doesn't show, so that's good. I'll try it like that. And so I come in here, I can see power switches off, power grid A, power grid B. And so what I need to do is determine where I'm going to end up. I got to bring power over here, which that part is obvious. But I need to bring this down. So I'm going to do this. And there, so I kind of want to actually put it on this side, but I don't know. Well, it says B and A, right. So maybe it should be on the B side, like over here. But yeah, I back in the just so you guys know, back in the early '90s, I had to well, as part of my military unit, and yes, I am a veteran. Um, we flew up to Fort Riley. I was part of an aviation unit, so we flew in our Chinooks up to Fort Riley and picked up a basically picked up a whole bunch of Humvees. So I got to drive like the very first original military Humvees. So yeah, it was cool, I have to say. All right, so hmm, okay, yeah, absolutely. All right, I don't think I'm gonna take that out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put one on one side, and I'm gonna put one on the other side. So the one I'm gonna put on this side is gonna be the one that belongs to the building. The one that's gonna be on the other side is gonna be the double-sided one. Trying to make sure I put these at the same level. There we go. So that way I can take that one straight down here. Actually, yeah, why don't we just take that one straight down? So that one will go straight into it. And this one, I think I want to take like that. And then go straight down this way. This way I know which one's which. I mean, when you go on this side, you can't see anything other than that. So that's the power coming in. So through here, you can see there's nothing going on. So even if I was to do this, okay, you can see there's nothing happening. So there we go. And we'll have a chance to name this too. And hopefully I'm doing this right, so. All right, so now that we have that, I still got to put the walls, and I'm going to be doing like, we have all kinds of like glass things to pick from. Kind of leaning towards maybe something like that. I don't know yet. Now, not all of the walls are going to be glass either. Only, some of them will be glass. Some of them will be this material. And I can technically, well, I can't really color it, can I? But, can I unpaint it? Can I give it a really weird color? No. So they're not really colorful in that capacity, which is actually not a bad thing. I am kind of going for a more industrial look. Now, as far as the upper parts, okay, I'm going to have to take a thing up there because I do have roofs. And I'm thinking about putting a type of roof on it. So not only do I have these roofs, I think I have, they may not be over here, but I want to say I have other roofs too, but I might not have unlocked them yet. So I might be looking at maybe putting in a roofing system. I could do it in glass, I suppose. Just about got everything unlocked. I have these glass sort of foundation types, but that's not really what it's for. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't think there's any... Oh. There we go. I thought I had glasses in here. So I could do a glass roof, so it's you can still get some good sunlight in during the day. So I'll worry about that when we're done. All right, so as I said, I've got that there. It's not powered up either. Let me go down here. And I may end up having to like bring the power over to here. I think I might put a power station right here. I don't know how many more of those can I attach to that thing. Of course, I can't see it from here. Because I might have to move, I might have to create another one of those and bring it over here. Because you only get so many connections off of that. And I've already, how many do I have off of it right now? Oh, I should have enough. I get closer. Yeah, I'm going to have to build another one and send it down. So let me figure this one out. Where would be a good spot to put another one of those? I want to keep the valley clear. I've been trying to tuck these things in around the rocks. I could put it over here, I suppose. Because it'll reach from there to here. And then I could put my power station right there. So let me do that. Let me see. Do I have enough for this? I do. Usually I put concrete on these, so I'll do that after. Kind of turn it like that. All right. There. So now I have at least this one here, and I can now put a power station over there somewhere. Let me just get a foundation set up here. Can't really see very well. That looks good. There we go. Now it's setting on something. Alright, so if you guys don't know about the power station, I have a power station blueprint. I want to actually create a new one. So maybe this is an opportunity for me to do that before I go into this. Just to give you a description here, I've got a power station over there that I've already created. And I can put one right here. This would work. This is a perfect space for it. I'm going to have to clear these out. I'll probably have to clear this out too. Now, the downside of it is that, well, there really isn't a downside. I need to design a new one, and I was going to put a switch in it just like I did there, right? So I was going to put a power switch in the power station. So that way I can also cut power to a grid, right? So I kind of want to set grid type things up. And I also wanted to make it into basically two parts. With the second one being a set of batteries, power storage. So I could have a number of these in there as a battery backup in case there was like a surge in power. Like if something happens and one of my power generation shuts down for a moment, I can keep this factory or anything hooked up to that power grid up. So that's kind of where I was going to go with that. So let's explore this idea. So let me show you what the existing one looks like, because it uses one of these towers basically, and I bury it into the ground. and it allows me to have, you know, pretty good reach. Now I have one at the base, so I'll show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go into the designer. We're going to build a newer one. It's going to be a little bit bigger than this one, but I have it right here. This right down here is my power station. So you can see it's got 4 connectors coming off of it. We're still going to have something like that on there. Plus it's going to have, like I said, a second set. But I'm thinking about making it 3 wide instead of 2. I'm going to keep this power station. But I think I'm going to make it 3 wide. So let's go in here and let's make one. Now, I think I'm going to go upstairs and do this. So let me just go up to level 2, I think. The beauty of my blueprint machine here is that I can go up high without any issues. All right, so I want to use the one that has the ladder in it. So you can see I have a ladder right here. And I want to set it up in such a way that everything is centered. At least try to find a way to center it. They don't really give you a defined way of centering it here. We have lines. It's not quite that wide. I think we're talking about right about there. Let me go over here and check this here. That looks good. All right. Now you'll notice that I'm doing it with the ladder facing me. That's going to be important because that's how I'm going to be able to determine where these are positioned. So the idea is that the floor is going to be up here, not down there. Now I'll place it down there to, in order for me to set where it's going to be positioned, but it will be ultimately up here. Now I will have to go to level 3 to actually do the work, but let's go ahead and get that built. All right, so let me go up to a level 3. This is actually the first time I'm doing it inside of this type of designer. I actually built this without having, I built my original one without having this sort of way of getting up here. I had to do some really creative work in order to do that. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to use the 4-meter foundation. And like I said, the idea is I want to center this like that because we're going to put them on each side. And it's just a matter of determining exactly its position relative to up here. I think that looks good. So let's bring it upstairs and see how it's positioned up here. I think that'll work. Now it's going to be 3 wide going this way, but still 2 wide going that way. Interesting. I forgot I could do the zooping here. Just go this direction. The beauty of having a design system. Okay. So that is the foundation that we put into the ground. So what I need to do is create the walls. Now, on my original design, I just used just the basic walls, and I don't have any real issue with that. I don't think it can be either this wall or it can be this wall. doesn't really matter because we can always change that depending on the where we're going. So we're going to put 1, and we're going to go 2 levels. This is where we're going to start now. In the center here, I'm going to put a door. I'm going to center the door. Now this is the back area of the power station. Oops, I used the wrong one. This is the back area of the power station. So when I set this thing up with the 2 pieces, the second piece will line up to this one, and I'll be able to like walk right out. Okay, so now I'm probably going to replace those with windows, but I'm just putting them in right now just to kind of get things situated. Because I still want to put another, probably still going to put another door in. And the other one, I had it on the side. So basically I had it on like, I think it was on that side, but I think I might put it on this side this time. So we'll put it here. Now, it doesn't really matter how tall we make this thing, but I'm going to put in windows. Now, the other one uses the panel window. It uses this one, like that, which I think actually looks pretty good. So let's put that on this side as well. And I guess we can go ahead and put it over here too. It goes out and all right. Now, originally we had, remember we had 4 of those doubles out here. 4 of these. So we're still going to do that. We're going to put them on the sides though. So put them here. 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 And here. Okay. So the front of this is where it gets a little bit tricky because what I need to do is create a window for them to connect. You see where these lines are. And so that is the window that we have to sort of create. And I had an interesting time trying to do this last time. We used a series of half walls. These smaller ones, little basic walls like that to try to achieve some of it. It was kind of an interesting conundrum that I had to use for that. And I believe I can put one there. Now the hard part is I really need a half of one of these on either side, but I'm just not going to get that. They don't make those kind of walls, so we might have to get a little bit creative here, and we might have to use something like these to actually do it. So, and the problem is we don't have one that's just a single one on a side. It's only in the middle. So that is not going to cut it. So we can do a double on both sides here. And actually, no, I don't think we need to do that. And I'll tell you why. I think I unlocked it already. Let me see. Let me see. Did I unlock it yet? There's a wall There's a wall hole that I can get that will let me put it anywhere. Let me go see how many tickets that is. Because I don't think I unlocked it yet. So I'll show you what I mean. So we come into here, it's... yeah, conveyor hole. And it's one ticket. Look at that. And I just happen to have one ticket. There we go.
As Fixit amply demonstrates, you can never have too much management.
And I didn't do it like this last time, so this might actually be the perfect storm, right? So I can just have normal walls here. And then it's a matter of just putting in the wall hole where we think we need it. Hey! Giving it awfully. 36. Welcome to the stream. So we could put it right there, I believe. And what's interesting is you can't see it. It's just in a hole that's just there. So we kind of put it on both of them. So we'll find out if that works or not. It looks like that'll line up. Let me take this out real quick. It looks like it'll line up, but you know, it might need to go a little lower. Let's drop it down about halfway. So let's go like that. What up, my king? So that's your YouTube handle? Right on. Well, welcome. Yeah, I'm on both platforms now. So I'm still streaming on Twitch too. But over here, we're at 1440 in the land of YouTube, if you guys didn't know. Now, I can technically do 1440 now on Twitch, and I haven't tried it yet. Mostly because I don't know how well it's going to work. That's the only reason why I haven't done it. All right, now, if I did that right, those should link right in the minute that I hook that up. So now we just need to get up top so I can put a ceiling in this thing. So, King, I noticed you were messing with 7 days. You try out, what was that, 3.0 or whatever it is that they're doing? We're going to put a roof on this. But I kind of need to get inside. So maybe I should try to jump inside here. Since the door is right there. Oh boy. Oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. Okay. I'm just going to use a ladder. I just need to get in there for a second. The ladder will not be part of this blueprint. Okay. There we go. So we have a lot of nice room in here. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is where we're going to put another one of those switches now. So I'm going to put a power switch like right here. I need to go make a thing first. And, you know, this is actually going to tap into the switch. And then the switch is going to work these. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I got to go make an AI limiter real quick. Thought I pressed the home button. I did not. Okay, let's make an AI limiter. Alright, I can make it now. Very nice. Mad Design, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? Actually, I'll just do it from the ground because I put the ladder in there so I can get into the room. Get back up here. Okay. Alright, so I've got my lines. I'm going to hook these up in a second. I'm going to put the power switch right here. Make sure it's in a good spot. Kind of move it backwards a little bit. Sure, that works. Now, the fun part is hooking this up. Part A. Come on. Bam. So now it's hooked up. Been enjoying seeing the game options of what it wants, to what I want. It's been fun. Nice. I'm building a power station. Now I've built this is just a kind of a newer style power station, and there, whoa, there, and there. All right. I really should have put. You know what? I don't like that line right there. Since I'm going to be walking there, let's put one up here. Doesn't have to go through. Oops, wrong button. Doesn't have to go through. There. Very nice. So the power station's in place, and you know we'll be able to name it whatever we want. That's good. Huh. This is my blueprint designer. In case anybody wants to know, I built. This is the second time I built a shell around one, so that way I can go up to any level and be able to work on it. My 1.1 game had the 5x5 in it. So this is the 4x4 right now. And, you know, we just have an elevator to take me where I need to go. Turn off my light there. All right. Let's go back to the main level so that way I can save the design. Just to kind of recap, this is my current power station right there. It's a 2x2. It allows me to bring a power line directly down, and then I can use this to power whatever I want in the general vicinity. I can't take full credit for it because I saw another content creator do it. I just did mine differently. That's pretty much the difference. And so this is an updated design because I'm going 3x. So this is a 3x building. And this is part 1. So A, this, I guess you could call this A, and then B is going to be, it'll be built down here, and it'll have batteries and a few other things in it. So let me get this one saved. All right. Select the icon. What do we use here? Sure, that works. And we're going to call this, whoops. Power Station A. Why have I never thought to nudge the tower into the ground? Exactly. I saw one guy do this and I was like, holy shit, that is perfect. And I've been doing this one for a little while. So this is from my 1.1 playthrough. So that's Power Station A. So let's save it. Make sure I don't lose it. And so that one's saved. So, okay. Let's clear it. And get my stuff out of there. Now what I need to do is I need to build part B. So let's build part B. I'm going to go upstairs because I can't see very well on ground level. I don't have the fancy flying machines yet. You know, I don't have hovercrafts or any of that stuff. I don't have the jetpack unlocked yet in this play session. It's on my to-do list. So let's come up here. I like building from up high anyway. like most of us. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We need a 4 found. I need another 3 by setup. So there's the center line. Let's center that. I think that's center. Now I haven't really messed with batteries. Being perfectly honest here, I haven't really messed with these, but only a handful of times. These power battery looking things. So, yeah. I think, don't they take up almost an entire square by themselves? Let me see here. Like I said, I've only messed with these like once. Yeah, these things are massive. Okay, so I want to do... we're going to do a 9 here. Tap. Okay, because I want 3 batteries on each side. So the way we do, or the way I want to do this is, let me hold that because I don't, like I said, I haven't messed with these batteries. So where is the connector on that damn thing? Oh, okay, I see it. So try to center this damn thing. Okay, I want them in the center. I always build way too many of them for no reason. Use them as walls for my rocket fuel power plant. You know, I think I saw that. I think I saw that video. I can't see where the damn... I really gotta get some lights in this thing. And I need more modular frames. Okay, let's go get some more modular frames. I'm making them, I just don't have a depot on them yet. That way. And honestly, I don't use the designer as much as I should. So that's what I'm forcing myself to do this time. Lights are overrated. You're probably right. Okay, good. I still have a bunch of frameworks being made. I'll need those for the space elevator. Actually, they're right here, aren't they? Sorry, I'm going to steal those. Ooh. Something else I don't use a lot of, those damn tubes. That one. But yeah, I love the design building that I have. As I said, this is a 4 level. My 5x5 one is huge compared to this one, and it's got all the lights and everything in it. But that's in my older playthrough, which I still have. What else am I needing? Oh, I didn't even pay attention. I need more wire. I think I got some down here. Back down where I was just at. And right there. Do I have any more in here? Oh, I had 10 of them right there. I might have to go... Well, no, I see it. I saw it now. There we go. Now we're good. I might have to go back to my starter base and go get some more supplies. I'm so far behind on building, it's nuts. It's just absolutely nuts. All right, now I've seen people build this, what I'm doing right now. I've seen people do this. Can't say that I'm doing it any worse or better than they are. We all have our own little styles here. All right. Oops. Looks right. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that they line up. All right, so now that I got the big guys out of the way, decorating is so fun now. Oh, it is. It's just it is definitely a time-consuming endeavor for sure. Now I think I can put a pole in between these. Oh, wow. I did not put that in very good, did I? Let me reposition this one. Because otherwise, my OCD is going to drive me crazy until I fix it. Please tell me I lined that up again. So and of course not. I did it backwards. Isn't there like a marker on these damn things? Maybe I just don't see it. Is that it? Okay, which one am I lining it up to? Oh, I guess that is the marker, isn't it? Alright. That looks good. Okay. So, this one goes here. That one goes there. This goes here. There. No, why'd I do that? That's dumb. Oh, these daisy chain, don't they? You can, yeah, I just saw that. So I guess I don't need that part then. Never mind. That makes it better. Okay, go there, and we'll go here to here, here to here. Okay. Now, you know, I wanted the ability to be able to walk in here, so that's why I left the center open. However, I'm going to put 2 marked holes here. Because I still need to be able to hook it up to a building. And so they'll hook off of these instead of hooking off the wall on part A, it'll hook off of those instead. And I need to reposition those because... yeah, I should reposition those. I need to reposition those. They need to be... hang on, I just put it right back where I had it. Yeah, it needs to come back off of it. There. There's a motive to my madness, as they say. Alright, so now we go here to here. Oops, and here to here. Okay. Why am I trying to leave the edge so open? Well, because I'm doing this industrial sort of look, I need fencing to keep people out of my electrical. That's why. So if you go to like a real electrical grids, you know, they always have it all fenced off. Now, I would love to have larger fencing, but I'd have to go to mods for that. So, and I'm trying really hard not to use mods. Actually, I need that side to stay open. Although there's that nudging mod, it's very appealing. Yeah, I'm really digging it. I'm going for a total like industrial look for everything. That's why there's a little bit of a lack of color going on at the moment. I am going to create a color system outside of just the pipes that I've been working on. All right, so no, I don't need that part. And where's the battery? Should probably use the battery icon. Yeah, there it is. And this is power station B. So we'll make that the B one. Power station A, power station B. And save. Oh boy. The U.S. Beat Bosnia 2-0. All right. I probably should have checked that again before I did that. have lost blueprints because I was a little... Okay. So there's my original power station. And there are those. So let's build this. Let's go build this over at the new plant now. I don't use any game altering mods though, just the quality of life ones. Yeah, you know, back before, I don't remember, before the, well, even after they added the elevators, I used to do the elevator mod, and I still really like their elevator mod. I've done the power mod, I've done the farming one. I do like the idea of maybe doing a playthrough with the farming mod and trying to do an entire playthrough using only the fuel generated from the, you know, generated, instead of using like regular fuel, it's all using you know, this kind of stuff like biofuels. I want to do a biofuel playthrough. This is my sort of this is my my rubber and plastic plant. I just haven't put any walls on it yet. Yeah, I want to try that. I think it would be interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can... Well, I'm going to have to cut that stuff out. But I'm going to put it right here. Let me just back up a little bit. And we're going to try this one out and see if I like it. Now, as I said before, you'll know where you're at. Using the ladder, you'll know exactly which way to go. Because the ladder tells you exactly where it's at. Now we just go down. And because it's the 8, you know, it's the 4 mil, you can take it as far down as you need to. So if I need to go all the way down, I can go all the way down. Although I do like a little bit of concrete showing. Did I put it up? Oh, I went the wrong way. I hate when I do that. The ladder needed to be painting away from me. Oops. Point the ladder away from you. Point the ladder towards the power system. That's how you know. Alright, we'll try that one more time. Lower it down. Go part way up. And whoosh, there we are. So now I can come over here. Now the idea is the wires should go fit in between those. It doesn't always work that way because of the position. It depends on where these are positioned. Okay. Thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. Oh, that's gonna hurt. All right, I gotta try to reach that because I can't reach the other one. So there's that. And if I bring it over, I should be able to connect it right in. And this might take a few tries to get it right. Usually I gotta walk in to do this. And so the idea is you want the holes to line up with where those are. And so luckily for me, these can be moved. So all I gotta do is just put those where they work here. Just like that. This is a little bit easier than the way the other one's designed. Now I could technically turn this so it actually lines up correctly. There we go. All right, so from the perspective of out here, it went in exactly where it needed to go. Now, as I said, I can take this and tilt it that way to where it's a little bit better. However, it might mess up I don't even know if the other part's going to fit in here. Let me cut this out of here. And get rid of these items so they don't clip out here. Alright, now we got to put the other part of it in. If anything, I could always take this out and reposition it. Right now, this is sort of like testing the waters of how I want this to work. Oh, and of course, I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, so. Alright, what do I need? I used up all of that making this. Modular frames and wire. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Do I really need 600 wire? Wow, that's a lot of wire. Okay. Well, let's go back to my starter base to get the wire. Sure, we can take this one. I got like 3 of these things roaming around. And I'll have to come back for the modular frames because I don't have any over there. Now, just so everybody understands, if you're new here, this is random nodes, half power, 25 times the elevator parts, mostly pure, is what we find when we're out in the discovery world. So I am playing a custom playthrough, so that's why things are just where you would think that they wouldn't be. It's because they're not. So this area where I'm going to in a normal game is mostly iron. Mostly iron, and there's copper on one end, but that's not what I have over here. I have a lot of everything over here. I got iron, I got copper, I've got concrete, I've got all kinds of stuff over here. Oh, actually, I don't have to go over there. I've got a whole lot of stuff going here. I have way too much stuff. No, not over there. Here. Let me just take 2 of them. Should be enough. Keep the machine running. Oh yeah, I've got tons of this stuff. I've got sulfur for days. I'm looking forward to the 1.2 playthrough, still on my 1.1 save. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting options you can do for the 1.2 when you try like randomness. Sometimes you get a good seed, and sometimes maybe not. It's kind of a hit or miss. I did it in the experimental and actually got a pretty decent seed. And this one, I don't know yet. It's truly random. That's all I can tell you. I mean, where that plant is, where I'm going to do the rubber and plastic, is where one oil node is. And I almost guarantee you, there's no oil node there on a regular game. In fact, I don't even know what that node is supposed to be, because I usually play in the desert. I decided to play over here this time because I very rarely play over here. I know, you've done a lot of stuff in your playthrough. I usually somehow stop playing before I even get into tier 7 and 8. So I'm not doing that this time. That's why we're live streaming all of it. So that way everybody can hold me accountable. But when I play on my own and I'm not, putting anything out there for people, or if I was just streaming on Twitch for the most part, I would get to 5 and 6 and somehow something would happen and I would end up doing something else. So not doing that this time. We're going to play this. We're playing 1 point through all the way to the end. It'll be a first time for me. Oh, I forgot I need modular frames. What am I thinking? Doing all this yapping and I'm not actually doing what I need to do. But yeah, nothing is where it needs to be. I've got pure nodes of things that I don't even need yet. Or, well, I shouldn't say I don't need yet, that I'm not actively using. And I've still got just those little portable miners on. You know, like this, was it wrong thing? This SAM stuff, I have a pure pure node like right over there. It's like, what do I need? I don't need a pure node right now. I probably won't need a pure node for a little while. Okay, we got to go over there real quick and get some more modular frames. I have a few in here. A whole 10. There we go. Just walk over there. I already borrowed a bunch from that one. Let me get some from this one. Yeah, you're not using it heavily. There we go. Yeah, I have an interesting thing going on over here. So, here I'll kind of come around and show you real quick. So I have a pure copper node here. I'm not even using at the moment, but I got iron over there. I've got coal over there. There's the pure SAM node, and I've got quartz right there. This is all over the place. And so I'm making copper stuff, but I'm not even using the copper node. I'm doing it with the iron node. Good old alternative recipes to the rescue. And let's just take those. And that should be enough. Good. Those chutes remind me of going to the bank. Go to the drive-through of the bank. Got my trucks painted up in UPS colors right now. So I do have something I'm going to try to unlock. Can't really see it at the moment, but... So you can see Logistics Mark IV, where we get the bigger trucks. Looking forward to that. Let's try this again. Oof, okay. This is going to be fun trying to line this thing up. And let's take it down. Take it back up. And we're going to have to nudge this over. My, that's so close. That is so close. I'm going to go ahead and snap it there. Go in on... Of course, the side I need to go in on is the side that's off the cliff. That's funny. All right. So any of these can hook up to that because they're already hooked to each other. That's hooked up. Now that's hooked up. So now if I come in here, you can see I've got 1,350 megawatts of power on that one coal node right now. Turn this off, move a few things here. All right, so that means I've got power coming in at power A. Power B is the batteries. See, we got the battery charging right here. I'm currently, my max is 788. I have to be really careful because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be damn near close to maxing out as soon as I hook up the oil system. There we go. So now the batteries are charging. And we'll call this, what do we want to call this? Oh, let's see. I'll say Rocky A. What's the grid A? Grid A. There we go. This is Rocky Grid A. Everything's nice and hooked up. And now we have a working power station. Now again, I have my oil system hooked up with its own switch right now, but I need to get up here. So let's go up there. So I can, I need to run power up to that so I can get it to start pumping. My temporary staircase here. This is my little makeshift design here. Nothing special, just some concrete, some big cables. Kind of making it, I don't know. Got a little flair to it. Of course, I put the power thing on this side, so I need it to be on this side. So I need to run that to here, and then I think... I'm going to have to go up there and change where that connects. Because that's actually connected to the top up there already. So let's take that out. We're going to move it to the front. Alright, so let's put that right there. Actually, we can just put it right off that pillar there. There. So we can just put a pole here and run it straight up, I suppose. I don't think it has to be too overly fancy, right? Just put a pole right there. Run that up. And run that to the pole. And this thing should start pumping at any moment. There it goes. Oh, that's kind of wicked seeing it go up like that. Maybe I shouldn't have used concretes up there. What do you guys think? That might not have been the best choice to put right there. You know what? I probably should have used like glass frames or something. Okay, good. We have oil. That's good. And this is pumping out at it's 240. So way more than definitely enough. Now it pumps down and then goes straight over, so we have momentum at our disposal. All right. Now this is offline right now because of the power switch. So let's kind of go in and check the fuel in here. Okay, we got a little bit of flow. Not sure I like the amount, but it's going to be a moment. Right. So hopefully this will prevent sloshing. I'm hoping. We'll see. All right. Turn off my light so I'm not blinding myself. Now I'm not going to turn the system on until these things are filled. It's kind of a given. Although it's not really going to tell me anything, is it? You know, it's not like the other ones where they'll give you like an indicator that there's liquid in it. It's kind of a shame. So I have to use this instead. So there's a good flow rate. There's only 5 in the pipe though. But it is full, so I guess that's a good thing. But I need to let this thing run for a little bit. At least to make sure that there's oil in each one of these before I turn the system on. Okay. There's like 0 happening right there. All right, well, let's go turn it. Let's turn it on. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, you know what would help is if I actually hooked power up to this damn thing, wouldn't it? Don't mind me. Let's see. I got to take it from the top up here, so... Yeah, I didn't even bother hooking power up to it, so it doesn't really matter, right? I need one right there, which that one will hook up to. There. And that will run all the way over to there. Now it's got power. But as you can see, everything is off. Come in here, we can see that batteries are charging. We have some flow. All right, let's do it. All right. Okay. Still says there's no power. Did I hook that up yet? Oh, I thought I had that already hooked up. I'm sorry. There we go. That was my bad. Now, is this... Okay, ooh. Oh, this is going to get brutal. I might blow a power fuse. I might have to turn off one of my other plants so I can run this one, because I need this stuff printing. Okay. We're going to check them all. It's not a lot of the buffer there. But it's working. Check them all. That one's a little better. Okay, that one's... The numbers are looking good on some of them. There's not all of them. Okay. Over here. So far, so good. It's nice having these at half watt, at half their power rating. So it's 15 megawatts each. Okay, that one seems to be working well. All right. So looks like everything's running. So the only thing that I have to worry about now is the fluid going into these, which might not happen right away. Yeah, this might take a little bit before they start generating. So the heavy oil residue, not too worried about it, because until everything is running at full speed, it's just going to sit there. But we now have rubber and plastic. Of course, there's nothing in that one. So... Okay. Where are you going? Losing my mind here. see that, right? It's flowing into some... Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's like, why don't I see it? It's going in here, but there's nothing there. Am I missing something here? You can clearly see it going inside of that container. Tell me you're not making Barbie. Proto from Twitch. Yes, man. I'm making the saddest bar. How do you call it? The Satisfactory Barbie. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going into that, dumbass. What am I thinking? It's going into here. That's where it's going. Okay. Same thing here. Only this one is feeding faster. So the rubber is feeding faster on this one than it is over here. So, is this flowing okay? No, it should be flowing pretty good. Okay. Oh, there he goes. There's the petroleum coat going. That's better. As long as they're flowing, doesn't matter to me. Okay, everything's going into the thing. Oh, that's right, because I only have that on one of them, that's why. Alright, so I need 200 rubber for this Logistics Mark IV. And I'm almost there. Action Man might be an alternative choice. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. So the batteries are going good. So this is a good look at the new deal. And I didn't put a roof on it yet. So I'll have to update the design. But I like it. It looks good. It looks good. Now I can see the tops of that, so maybe I'll make it a little bit taller. With some half-size deals. Alright, so I'm going to let this run for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm going to come over here real quick, and I'm going to mess with this. So... Thinking we can do half walls up on top here. Can't do that from there. I gotta go up here. Of course, I can't get to this side of it like I want to. Oh, there's the door right there. That's funny. Of course, it's raining. All right, so we've got at least that on there. I want to say that's tall enough. I might have to go up another level. But I kind of like that capping off, if you will. Kind of like that. All right, so let's do this. Because I need to get up there. Let me just put something over here so I can get up top real quick. Whoop, I missed it. Let's try that again. That looks like it's tall enough. Now, I haven't really messed with the roof pieces that much. We're going to go with the flat roofs, and I think I'm going to keep this... oh, okay. I'm not exactly sure how... Maybe like that. Oh yeah, I think that looks good. I think that works out quite well. I don't know how I feel about that part since I did it backwards, but let's see if we can turn that around the other way. Still putting it in there. Gotta turn it the right way. I want it on the other side. Did it do it that time? Looks like it did it that time. Oh. Okay, that's not exactly how I wanted it, but okay. It's, like I said, I haven't worked with these roofs that much, so still trying to see them. I think that might have done it. Yeah, there we go. So that's not a bad top to that. I think that works good. And of course you can look at that, you just feel that power. Alright, so we'll go back up there, and I should have enough rubber now. Should have enough rubber. Just go down the center here. I still got to put a ceiling in this damn thing, too. Right. Wait. Oh, you know why that one's not... Right, okay, I put the dimensional depot over there. Okay, so now I have enough rubber. I just took it, right? Yep. Let's take it. Can't see. Why the hell is it? Oh, it's there, okay. Alright, so I got the rubber components, so now we can go and take care of that. I definitely want to unlock the Mark IV stuff. Also need I have to go get some more beams and stuff because I'm going to need it. I don't have that many here. I mean, I have some there, but I need more than 200, so. But I like the power. I like the power station. I think it's pretty good. The batteries are charging. That's good too. And if you guys like the power station idea, I might do... I haven't done any like regular YouTube content yet, since I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of YouTube here. And I thought about maybe doing some just like blueprint stuff. So if you guys think you might be interested in that, you know, let me know. Put comments on this video. You can let me know in chat or whatever you guys think. I'm not going to say I'm like the greatest designer here. I don't use the blueprint thing that much. I have ideas in my head. Power station one, I think I like that one. I like my old one too. I might modify the old one. But, yeah. Alright, so I haven't put my highway system in yet. So, got to take the scenic route over to the steel mill. Ah! Need to get some more of the encased industrial beams while I'm here. The main reason I'm going, and then get some more beams. So that's all I'm making over here, just those two items. Oh, I hate when that happens. Really got to get a road system put in. You know, I started some road designs. You guys saw a little bit of a prototype of that on Monday's live stream. and I took them out. I have them in the designer if you guys want to see them. I don't know if I'm going to use them though. They require, because I did put signs in it, which kind of requires a bunch of stuff. This is another one I haven't finished building like walls and stuff in yet. A lot of underground building here. But she's a moving. Alright, so beams. I'm going to take 3 stacks. Make that 4 stacks. And I need 300 of the encased industrial beams. Those are right here. Let's take 4. And there we go. So yeah, I started working on it a little bit. So I figured once I decide how I want to do it, I'll come back and finish this later. But as you can see, everything's running at full speed ahead. Doesn't shut down because it syncs everything. My power plant is down there, which is, you know, I got that thing optimized, and that took a little bit of time to get it to stay consistent. A little trial and error with steel plant, or using a coal power plant, sorry. Now I will be building an oil power plant. I mentioned on Monday, there is another oil node, and I know where it is. It's a normal node, so I'm going to overclock it, because I want as much power as I can get out of it. I just wish there was more than one over there. There's only one, and it's like on this, it's in the center of an island. Let me show you. It's, I believe it's this one right here is an oil node. It's one of those two, and it's the closest one to everything else that I have going on. So you see all my factory stuff there. I'm going to be building, like I said, a highway system to get all the way over here. I wanted to get the other vehicles first before I went to it. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to use vehicles in this playthrough. They really need to add a signal type system to it, so that way you can tell it to stop when you get to a truck stop and just wait. Right now you can't. They will not wait. You cannot get them to stay there and wait until it's ready. It just picks up whatever it's there and it moves on. And, you know, I did that experiment with these, and I ran out of, I had fuel going into it and everything, and it ran out of fuel like really quickly because it was wasting fuel going back and forth when it didn't need to. All right. Thing here. Okay, so we have the rubber. We have these. Got some of this stuff left. Go ahead and get that out of there. Still need 130 more. I want to get a dedicated factory that makes these damn modular frames. I seem to be using a lot of them. Instead of borrowing them from this framework thing. I didn't set up a bank upstairs. I think I just have it going straight down. Actually, let me go up there. I don't think I have it banking out. I think I have it going straight in. Straight, or going straight down. Yeah, right there. So it just goes straight down. So they're made right here, and it just goes straight down. So yeah, I never put, I should have built a bank for that damn thing. But I didn't do it. So instead, I got to steal them from here. 100 from there. Luckily, I make more than these things consume, which is really helpful in these situations, right? Everything's running Mark III belts, so it's a matter of just waiting for it to fill back up again. You can see I've got plenty of beams being used over here. You know, we're making versatile frameworks on this level. And it's all banked right here at the moment. I need to take these and put them in the space elevator. I actually put a bunch of them down the sink because I wanted some tickets. In fact, how many tickets did I finally get out of that thing? An additional 2. Okay. I think I got like 7 tickets out of that whole thing. All right. Let me just get these modular frames upstairs real quick, and I think we're gonna do a small. We got 5 minutes left in the stream. I think I'm gonna take an opportunity to. I need 30 more, and it'll be done. Very nice. I want to get all those versatile frameworks and go ahead and put them in the space elevator. And how I'm going to do that is simple. I'm going to stash all of my shit. Stash it and then just go pick it up and take it over. I could do the truck stop thing, but I can do it much faster if I just do it myself. So I don't mind this little bit of manual work. I'm an old school blue collar guy at heart. A little running doesn't hurt anything, right? Space elevators right here. Besides, you know, the feed in is actually rather slow. I was really surprised how slow that is. I mean, it's running a Mark III belt, so I mean, take it for what it's worth. There we go, 2,000 already. Oh, I did. For those of you I mentioned that I had the highway system. So let me go get my stuff, and then we'll look at that if we have time. I mean, I had a pretty good amount of this stuff in there. It's just going to randomly pick things, isn't it? Or not. Let's see. Do I have enough to show any of these? I need some of that stuff. So I actually made some curves. So I could show you the curves that I made. I made a 1 degree curve, and I'm not exactly sure the difference between these two right now. I think I made 2 different 1 degree curves. So it's like a gentle curve, which could come in handy. Let's go check on the modular frames real quick. I really want to get these Mark IV belts. Very nice. Rest of them over here. There we go. They'll get some more stuff in a minute. Now we can unlock the Mark IV to kind of finish this off a little bit. This gives me the bigger trucks, which is great because I think in the next stream we might start working on roads. Nice.
Milestone reached. The transportation of resources can reach new heights of efficiency. With the Mark IV belts and lifts, the truck, but even more importantly, your effort. Handling a large and complicated vehicle like the truck should come easy to a well-trained pioneer such as you.
Such as me.
An obvious improvement over tractors concerning industrial purposes. Improvements for personal use were not measured.
Alright, so let me show you this. So this is this is a raise. So this is a curve. Okay. So I'm going to create one. Now this doesn't have anything fancy in it. I mean, it does have a fancy bottom, but you can see I've got a curb right here. I didn't have it wide enough to do it on both sides. Now, if you know anything about roads in real life, when you go one direction, there's always an orange on the inside that lets you know which direction the flow of traffic is, which in this case is this way. So what we do is we just put it down. And of course it's not going the right way. Line it up. How did I not get that thing to line up perfectly? Maybe. So one of these I had it set, maybe it was the other curb, I had it set to where I could just come to the end of it and it would just work. You know what I mean? So we can make it go, hold this, go down. Of course that did not line up at all. There we go. That should line up. What you'll end up noticing is that it's a gentle curve. You can see it just curves a little bit. So if I put another one in. So I have two different curve systems. This is one of them that I'm kind of playing with. And the reason we want it gentle curves is just to make it easier. You can see how it just has that little gentle curve like that? Look at that. You can really kind of see it. Now what I did on the other knee side is just kind of follow a similar design to all my other ones that I have. So this is a gentle curve with a curb on it. So I have to put the curb on the other side. Okay, pretty cool, right? Now, I'll show you the other one. The other one, and we'll keep this brief, is a little bit easier to work with, I think. Because all I got to do is that. It's a little bit easier to work with. You can see it still lines up perfectly. Just doesn't have the curves on it. Look at that. You still got your journal curve. Pretty cool. Now the underneath side of this one, there's no sculpt underneath it. It's just a straight flat one. I figured I would do it later. That's why I didn't do it this time. These are just a few of the things that I'm working on. I mean, I don't think I can show the other ones yet, right? Yeah, I'm missing stuff on these to be able to. You can kind of see what those look like. I'm missing quartz crystals to put these up. That's like my 4-column one. I have a single column one. These are ones I modified. You notice I have lights in them now. I didn't have lights in them when I originally created these blueprints. I have one at 0 columns. It's just a straight piece. because not everything has to have columns. If I'm going over water, I don't want columns necessarily. And then for some reason, if I needed just a single row, I have a single row one right here. But anyway, that's sort of my road stuff. I'm going to play around with it. The only reason I have quartz in there is because I have these... I have signs in it, so it lights up on the outside. I may just take the lights out because that way I don't have to worry about the quartz part. I was trying to fill in a space. But yeah, we'll kind of play around with that. But anyway, guys, thank you for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and save this. We basically got oil production going, so oil, well, yeah, oil with plastic and rubber. There we go. It's, oh, failed to save because it hasn't, okay. Doesn't like the thing. So let me just say oil and rubber. That's essentially what we created. So we'll save it that way. Game is now saved. All right. Appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with me here on the channel. I want to thank Mad Design for that sub and awesome conversations. I much appreciate it, man. Proto, thank you, my friend, for coming in. King, hope to see him back. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We are running 1440 over here on the Twitch side, or on the YouTube side, so if you want the best quality, come over there. But still support me on Twitch too, you know, however you guys want to do it. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit the like button as well. Feel free to leave comments. Feedback is always appreciated, no matter what kind of feedback it is. I can honestly say nobody will hurt my feelings. I'm long past that. We are trying to get monetized. You know, it takes time for that kind of thing. And I'm in no rush. On Twitch, hit the follow button over there. You know, use that what do they call it? That Amazon Bezos money there with the Prime subs, whatever they're calling it these days. You know, if you have one and you want to use it, much appreciated. You know, any kind of support we can get is great because everything goes back into the channel, whether it's more games or more streaming equipment. Although I haven't used that money ever to buy streaming equipment. I've always just bought games with it. And we do have some upcoming games. There's a game update coming to one of the games that I'm looking forward to, and I'll be building some regular YouTube content around it. They said the update's going to be in July, so we have at least some. You know, it is July 1st, but you know we're talking maybe 3 weeks out. So there's that one. I'm not going to say what it is. You just have to wait until you see the videos. But I'm looking forward to that. And if you guys want to see some Satisfactory video content outside of streaming, feel free to let me know, and I'll see what I can do. So with that, have a good evening, and we'll see you Friday.